Jamie Redknapp with probably the most embarrassing moment of his career, and like that is saying something, because this guy's had a lot of embarrassing moments. Like every time I see it, I cringe. Is it cardigan? Is it a fleece? I don't know what it is, but my granny used to love that, and Van Persie is wearing it, parading it round. Unacceptable. An unacceptable move from an unacceptable man. I mean, this is just like, you've signed for Manchester United, this should be like the best day of your life, and you're being introduced onto the pitch at Old Trafford, all right? And you turn up dressed like this in front of the world's media. I think a lot of the blame has to go on Sir Alex Ferguson. You know, he was a tough guy, you know, renowned for taking no for ruling with an iron fist, the hairdryer treatment. Surely Fergie comes out and sees Rio dressed like this, and he's like, nah, that, send him back to Leeds. I don't want anyone in my dressing room that dresses like that. It's not Saturday Night Fever. Get on the coach, back to Ellen Road, and you can come back when you're dressed properly, okay? Roy Keane as well. Like, surely he's not standing for that. He's not accepting someone rocking up to Old Trafford looking like the dancing emoji. No. And he's matched the hair as well. It's tragic. That's exactly what it is. It's tragic. And this is the picture that Rio is sort of most remembered for as well. It's 2 out of 2 as well for Rio. One of the best defenders that we've ever had in the Premier League. But two of possibly the worst looks I have ever seen from a footballer. You know, I didn't think I could hate Robin Van Persie more than for betraying Arsenal and Arsene Wenger and ditching us when he got thrown some dirty money by Manchester United. I did not think I could hate him more, and now I can, because I've seen him wearing this. How on earth, firstly, was he able to get into my grandmother's house and get into her wardrobe and steal her favourite knitted sort of cardigan fleece? Is it cardigan? Is it a fleece? I don't know what it is, but my granny used to love that, and Van Persie is wearing it, parading it round. Unacceptable. An unacceptable move from an unacceptable man who has gone even further down in my estimations. I didn't think he could get any lower, but there is space beneath the bottom of the barrel. This is what I'm talking about. I don't know why this has been included in here. Kevin Keegan, what a man. This is the kind of look I want to see from footballers. This is when men were men. Look at him. Kit off, rig out, the shortest shorts I have ever seen. And he was a small man as well. So but he was pint size. So that, you know, you have to remember that. Like, these shorts are so short, right? On me, they would be above the hip. And that barnet as well, just like thick, luscious, permed hair, just dripping with sweat. This is an era of football that I have a lot of time for, all right? And also, like, nothing got given as a foul back then. Like, he's running around the pitch in shorts like that, hair like that. Like, he must have been kicking lumps out of King Kev. And he just got up and got on with it and just came back into the dressing room after a game, whipped off his shirt. Sometimes he probably wasn't even wearing a shirt. It didn't matter that he wasn't wearing a shirt. Referee didn't even realise he wasn't wearing a shirt because there was so much hair on his nipples, it looked like he was wearing a shirt. They would have been like, oh, that must just be the away kit. Just combed over the nipple hair, threw it over the shoulders, and he went out and he played in the blistering cold of Newcastle. I mean, it's just a great era. This is the era when footballers were real steely, horny-handed sons of love it. Gascoigne. What can I say? This is it's not a great look, but he was probably pretty pissed when he picked it out. Probably pretty pissed when he put it on. Probably pretty pissed when he was having this picture taken of him wearing this suit. Yeah, it's not a good look. It's like the English guy at a Scottish wedding that claims he's Scottish and so wears the tartan suit. This is like cultural appropriation in all its like worst incarnations. For a Scot, I imagine, pretty problematic. This is rebuild Hadrian's Wall and keep them out if they're gonna come up here wearing stuff like that. Calvert-Lewin, great player, great sense of style, but I've got to say, this is a bold look. This is a very, very bold look. And also, you got to respect the guy. This is a very bold look in a social media age, okay? A lot of the ensembles that we've been seeing now, I mean, they were worn by players before Twitter, you know? So they didn't know necessarily what they were doing wrong, you know, when they were getting dressed like that and walking out into the world. They were photographed and stuff, but there weren't people hounding them on Twitter. Like, Calvert-Lewin is wearing this in a digital age, and he is definitely reading the comments. And you know what? He doesn't give a f. He doesn't give a f. And you got to respect a guy for that. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna wear a suit. I don't want to wear a shirt underneath it. I don't want to conform. And hell yeah, I will have a man bag. I will keep all of my little things in there, like my socks, because I don't want to wear them necessarily. I'm just gonna wear shoes and rock out with my ankles out. Doesn't care, does he? I gotta say though, this is definitely a look where you need to be performing on the pitch. Like, this is one where you need to be banging in 20 goals a season. If the form dips, like, probably don't want to be rocking this ensemble, like going out on the town. So, you know, I think this was probably taken that season when Calvert-Lewin was banging in the goals, because, you know, you need to be performing very, very well to get away with this. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Jamie Redknapp with probably the most embarrassing moment of his career, and like, that is saying something, because this guy's had a lot of embarrassing moments. I mean, you've seen some of the shit that he has advertised, you've seen some of the stuff that has come out of his mouth, some of the idiotic comments that he has made on Soccer Saturday, and yet this is still his most embarrassing moment. What were you thinking? It's just, it's terrible. Like, this is the kind of image that, the fact that this is out there in the world and there are still brands like M&S and Skechers that want to work with this guy, I mean, that's pretty amazing, to be fair, that he's managed to come back from this, because that should have been it. That should have been it. No one should have ever wanted to dress him ever again. Yet there are still admittedly quite low-end clothing brands that are queuing up to work with this guy. So I don't know what that says about the state of celebrity endorsements, but it's certainly a feather in the cap of Jamie Redknapp, because to recover from this inauspicious start is pretty incredible. But it is not, it just doesn't get, like, every time I see it, I cringe. I cringe. He wore this to the FA Cup final, the only FA Cup final he ever got through to. It's like, and if you wear this suit, you have to win that game. You have to win that game. Like, you cannot. Like, they were playing Man United. They were playing Alex Ferguson's Man United, who were the best team in the country at the time. They surely knew they were going to get battered. Like, don't wear this kit. Like, if you were playing like some lower league minnows, then maybe turn up in this kit, because you're probably going to win the game. But no, playing against Cantona and Scholes, like, they played them off the park. And then you've got to get back on the bus after you've lost the game and been humiliated at Wembley, and you're dressed like this. What a tool, what a tool. And he tries to blame, oh, it's Razor Ruddock, or, you know, David James told me to do it. No, it was Redknapp's idea. It was Redknapp's idea all along, right? I don't know that for sure, but let's definitely put that out there into the world. Oh, Ashley Cole, look at this guy. I mean, what a prick. No wonder Arsenal got, well, they didn't get rid of him, he got rid of Arsenal, but, you know, revisionist history. Maybe the reason they let him go is because he was walking around wearing stuff like this. This is not a good look for Ashley Cole. Oh, this is one of my favourite footballer looks of all time. Wazza, Wayne Rooney, in like the ultimate Brit abroad photograph that you have ever seen. I mean, this is just tremendous. And I just love, this guy is earning millions and millions of pounds a season. Does he care? Nah. He's still gonna wear his flip-flops and his Cortez sleeveless sports top, and it's just like, I just love this. I just love this. Don't go changing, Wayne. That's what, when I see this, I'm like, here is a guy who hasn't let it go to his head. He is gonna dress however the he wants to dress. because he don't give a shit. And you just gotta admire him. Wayne Rooney, take a boo, son. This is a tremendous look.